Have you ever been told that you are not good enough, not worthy, not smart, or even worse, that you should not put yourself forward? Too many women today are putting themselves down, not trusting their own voice, not speaking up, because they are told as a child to shut down, to not make a fool of yourself, to not put yourself forward. My name is Lotte Vesterli, therapist, coach, and author of Life After Bullying, 3 Steps to Inner Peace. My story started in grade 1, where I was bullied by my teacher, who told me that I wasn't good, that I wasn't able to learn. And of course, as a child, you believe it, because he was my teacher. And what my teacher said had to be right. That also made my classmates bullying me. So I was the one never invited to birthday parties, never had anyone to talk with. I only had one girl that I would talk with sometimes outside of school, and she told me to never show that we sometimes talk together, because she was afraid of being bullied too. At the end of grade 3, I was unable to read. And when you're unable to read, you're putting quite big far down in the class, in all subjects. I didn't learn to read before I moved class, but the not believing in myself stuck. I truly did not believe that I was capable of anything. I ended up getting quite high mark in any written exam, not in anything oral, because the not believing in myself had made me literally shut up. My voice was so low that usually people would overhear what I say. I went to speech therapist times after times again to learn how to speak. But it didn't really work, because it wasn't about my voice. It was about my self-confidence, my self-esteem. I had developed social anxiety and totally lack of trust in myself. That led me to a long journey, and part of that is what I share in my book. But also I share a lot of tools and techniques that you can use to take your life forward. And today, I want to share with you one of the techniques, one of the exercises in my book. And this is about finding back to your uniqueness. Because when you believe that you're not smart enough, that you're not good enough, when do you see yourself pushing yourself forward or believing in the stuff that you actually can? A turning point for me came one day when I was sitting in, at the time I had small kids, and was sitting down in the kindergarten, creating some arts and craft projects to sell for fundraising. Beside me was sitting a group of ladies, and they were struggling to figure out how to make this animal. And I was sitting beside and saying, there's 6 women sitting there. Of course they can figure it out. The reality is that I'm quite good at making handcraft things. That comes very easy to me. Comes so easy that I believe everybody else is just as capable of doing that as I am. So watching these 6 ladies discussing and figure it out, I was thinking, no, don't interfere, don't push yourself forward. Don't make a fool of yourself. They can handle that. You'll just be too pushy. Have you ever thought that way? That's at least how I used to think about myself. So in order not to be pushy and not to show myself off, I was sitting, doing my own arts and crafts in my own little corner, until suddenly one of the ladies turned to me and said, now we gotta ask Lotte. She knows. She knows how to make it. And I was taken such by surprise. Somebody here was believed that I could do this. They actually didn't know me that well, but they believed in me. Luckily enough, I was able to find out the solution and create this. But it made me think, maybe start figuring out, what was I telling myself about what I was capable of that wasn't true? What was I capable of? I didn't make a lot out of this story at this time. But over time, I got more and more experiences that told me that I have some gifts, that we all have some gifts, that we need to step forward and own. Because when we own our gifts, we own our power. So in my book, on page 52, exercise number 10, it's called Finding Your Uniqueness. And you can actually go to Life After Bullying's homepage and download the workbook totally free. You don't even have to give me your email address, so you can find it. But this exercise is designed to help you start realizing, what are your gifts? What makes you unique? What do you not know about yourself? The exercise takes you through several questions. And these questions are, for instance, the question 1, looking back, did situations stand out? For example, when did you get a compliment? When did someone tell you that you made a difference in their life? Or when did you sense a smile on someone's face when you presented them with something that you had done? What things have you created that make you feel good inside? It might be cooking that meal and your family just went quiet when they start really tasting it. It may be sewing up a carnival costume for your child. What is it that you make that is unique? And forget about what others might think about it or what you believe that everybody else can do. Just own your own power. What is it that you can create? When did you make a difference in someone's life? These and more questions are all developed to uncover your uniqueness. They're created for you to start having them in the back of your head. Start thinking about, what is it that I'm good at? Also, if I were to ask your children, your husband, your co-workers, friends, family, ask them, what is it that you are good at? What would they say? Be honest. Open up for owning your own power, your own gifts. You deserve it, and the world deserves you to show up your gifts. And your children as well. Please start thinking about your uniqueness. Start writing them down. Letting this be an inspiration for you to start realizing when there's something that you're creating, no matter how small that might be. Thank you for listening in. My name is Lotte Vesterli. Again, you can find more about my book and me on lifeafterbullying.com. Have a great day.